everybody. I'm Dr. Jeffrey E. Berger, and welcome to Season 1, Episode 8 of the Holistic True Wealth series in collaboration with Mupo TV, part of Mupo Entertainment. As the CEO and founder of Abundance and Optimum Wellness and a certified holistic wellness coach, I am of the belief we all should be living a life of abundance and optimum wellness physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. As a certified holistic coach today, I take a finance-first approach to achieving all-encompassing personal well-being by embracing new ways to true wealth in the modern world. Exploring diverse paths opens the doors to true wealth in every sense. As a global ambassador for an innovative company revolutionizing the future of real estate through digital technology, I'm deeply committed to empowering individuals and communities worldwide. My mission goes beyond business by providing global-minded entrepreneurs with new ways to true wealth in the modern world so they can circumvent the system and go from financial fatigue to financial freedom. It's about creating opportunities, providing access, and building a more inclusive and supportive digital world where everyone has a chance to thrive. True wealth is not only about money. It's a combination of physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial fitness. Myself and my special guests are all about bringing awareness around alternative solutions from all aspects, leading one towards a path to overall true wealth. The mission: provide real solutions for real people like you who are serious about wanting to go from barely surviving to thriving. I wanted to share this image here. This is New Jersey, July 2024. I attended my second Mupo Entertainment red carpet event. And because of you out there, I humbly received my second award for the Best Holistic True Wealth TV series. I'm extremely appreciative to my family, my friends, my followers, and supporters during this incredible journey. And if you'd like to get access to my digital marketing brochure, just scan that QR code that's on the screen right there, and it'll share a lot more of outside of that little short video that I shared. So before I get started with my special guest today, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And for those that are interested, you can find this interview series in collaboration with Mupo TV at mupotv.com, or you can download their Android or iOS app. And we're also seen on Fire TV, Roku, Vimeo in 144 countries. And I will be right back with our special guest today. Okay, we are back from commercial break, and with me today is Kenisha Brockington, who is joining us from New Jersey, the good old state of New Jersey, which I was in just a couple months ago. She is the owner of Health Is Kei. Her favorite mantra is, "The key to your success is you." We are here to help you get there. So welcome, Kenisha, to the show today.
Hi, Jeff. Thank you so much for having me here. This is so awesome.
That's great. So yeah, it is awesome. It's last I saw you was July,
Mhm.
and the months have just like whooshed by us all.
Yes.
So but you have snow, or it's cold up there. Down here, we don't have any snow, so thank God. It is cold though. It's going to get down into the 40s this weekend, which is pretty cold for Florida, but at least there's no snow. So before we start and jump into the questions,
Yeah.
please share with the audience a little bit about who Kenisha is outside of your business.
Yes. So my name is Kenisha Brockington, and I've been a full-time entrepreneur since 21 years old. And I just love being myself. I love being able to help others, and also I also nanny, so I love children. And my other love is hip hop. So I also love to help artists become healthier. So I am just an overall, I like to call myself a wellness coach because I just believe with health and just being yourself, it really just comes down to love. And
Right.
love is total wellness to me. Like, loving every inch of yourself. So that's just me. I'm just striving to love every inch, and the things that I don't love, I'm accepting it and then I'm pushing towards figuring out getting help so I can just become better and teach others. So I just
That,
love helping, and I just love working on myself every day. That's all I spend my time doing is helping and working on myself. Total wellness.
that's awesome. That's awesome. And yeah, it's definitely starting with loving yourself, and then finding what you don't love, and then moving towards that to accepting it. What do you need to do to change and get that
Absolutely.
mindset to embracing that? Because we all have faults, and we want to faults that either serve us or don't. And if they don't, then we just kind of leave them and let it be. And then those faults that we have, can we nurture them and have them become more favorable for not only for us, but for our potential, clients that we're
Yes,
looking for.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I
yeah.
totally agree. I totally
Super, super. So, what really got you so passionate about health and wellness? I mean, you started very early, which is awesome
agree.
because
Yes.
you're of that era where when I was growing up, it was go to school, get an education, go find a job.
Mm-hmm.
And that whole paradigm shift has changed. I would say over the last maybe 10 to 15 years.
Yes.
So tell us about that journey.
Yes. So my journey for me, now that I actually realized that it started for me actually younger. I remember when I was 5, because I was literally big all of my life, like over all of my life. Even my baby pictures, my baby pictures, I was a really, really, really chubby. And so I just remember like at age 5, just like really asking myself, like, am I gonna be big when I get older? But I didn't use those words. It was more like, am I gonna be like fat when I'm older? Like I really thought that all the time. I thought that that was just me. Like I thought that that was how I was going to be. I thought that that was completely normal. And what happened was, my dad, he had passed away from a heart attack, and I just
Mm,
felt like, my dad was striving to just be the best person. I guess that's where I get it from too. And so
sure.
I just felt like, I'm like, you know what? I think this needs to stop here. And I also, my grandmother passed a few years before him, maybe about 6 or 7. And I was like, you know what? This has to start with me. And I literally told myself, like, when I finish mourning, like mourning after, the death of my father, that I am going to do the best that I can and just taking care of myself. And my dad had passed away when I was
Oh,
21,
wow.
and he passed away in December, and in February I started my fitness journey, and that what took off. So it started when I was younger. I didn't know that that was like my spirit or my soul acting, the older version of me at the time. Well,
Sure.
me noticing it now, but I didn't realize that I was envisioning that at that young age, and that I actually did something about it, as opposed to it being something that stays. Because also, I think that a lot of wellness happens, or unwellness happens from the things that we think about when we're younger that we don't even remember. And so, me just remembering probably a couple years ago, I'm like, I can't even believe, like, I was asking this question to myself at 5, and what would have happened now? Who would I have been if I never answered that question
Right.
for myself and just kept it as a wonder?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, and so that's how it got started. And what happened was, I just changed my life around, and people in my high school and around me saw the difference, and they just started asking me to help them and their friends, and then it turned into a business from there.
That's
I
nice.
didn't force that. Yep.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, we're growing up in an age where the food system out there, and there's a lot of problems with the systems. I'm just going to put it that way.
Yes.
And there is more information coming out about what's really in our food system, which is really killing us. We got children who are type 2 diabetic, which really
Yeah.
never happens until you're in your 40s or 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Um, children that are overweight, they're promoting these cereals with tons of sugar in it.
Mm-hmm.
And all of this. And then during my research, I came out, that there's 10,000 chemical preservatives in our foods today, and
Absolutely.
they're all addictive. So you're eating this addictive food out there, and you're seeing it on TV. This is healthy for you, and this is the
Yes.
best for you, and it's not. So now with the new administration and RFK coming in and kind of cleaning up house,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully there will be a new education around health and wellness, because a lot of the foods that we create here in the United States are not allowed overseas. They
Mm-hmm.
have to take out all the chemicals. So,
Absolutely.
well, if they have to take it out over there, why aren't they doing it here? Well, we already know why. So
Yep.
that's another story for another show.
Yes. Yes.
But no, that's great. That's wonderful, and it's about the proper education. So some of the, you've got programs that you are working with individuals, but some of the benefits from your program are build a bigger, rounder, and firmer butt.
Yes. Yes.
Tone and tighten your stomach.
Yes.
Build sexy curves.
Yes.
Share with our viewers how you work with your clientele, because your program is all about right from home. So that's very unique, because so many are promoting go to the gym, do this, go out there. But you're doing this from teaching people how to do it directly from their home, which is
Yes.
why most people don't go to the gym, because they're embarrassed or whatever the case may be for their own reason. But this is a unique program where you're teaching people to do it from home. So go for it.
Yes. So for me, when I started my journey, I lost my 65 to first 75 pounds in my home. I never went to the gym. I did not go to the gym until 3 years later.
Oh wow.
And what I realized was that my weight loss came easy because I was always home. Like I'm always home. Like we're home more than we're anywhere else. Obviously, even if you travel and you have a job where you're always in and out, you're still home more than if you travel to across state or out of the country. So your home is your home, like when you feel relaxed. And so I just realized I'm like, me losing my 65 to 75 pounds in my house was actually what did it. And what I like to do with my program is that it's the convenience, and it's
Right.
about being able to stick with it as long as possible. And you always have to go home at some point in time. And if you're not going home and you have a problem with the way that you look, or you have a problem with your weight, if you're not home all the time, then more than likely you're not going to go to the gym either. So, for the most part, the convenience, and what a lot of women don't realize, and men, is that a lot of times you don't really have just the hour at the gym, because it's not just the hour at the gym. It is the 20, 30 minutes that it takes to just get yourself ready, get yourself up, get yourself mentally motivated, get dressed, put something nice on, put something decent on so that you feel great in the gym, then drive to the gym, and then go back. And so putting yourself in the locker. So to me, it really takes about 2 hours. So me doing my program at home showed me that I was getting my workouts done in 20, 30 minutes, and just hop in the shower, and I was able to, go on about my day, or if I wanted to read or relax. And so I like to tell people that it's the convenience. It's about being able to do it as often as possible. And that's it, really. And, my program is based on convenience, and it's based on doing what is the easiest as far as setting up your wellness plan, because
Right.
already going to be a hard journey. And I say harder just future wise, but it's always going to be harder every time you step up. So whether you say, okay, I'm going to start working out 2 to 3 times a week, and you do that, now the next phase is working out harder in that 20 or 30 minutes. And so that part we already want to have our willpower for. We don't want to waste willpower trying to get to the next. So it's about convenience and whatever is easiest. You can go to the gym later, but if you can build muscle, get in the best shape, look great, feel more confident, because it's very important. I know we don't like to say like looks are everything or aren't everything, but they technically are, because deep down inside they affect how we treat each other. They affect how we treat ourselves.
Sure.
Even if we're, I don't want to say pretending, but even if we're ignoring that we don't like the way we look at that point in time, it will come out in some shape or form. So I do think it is important to prioritize how you feel, how you look organically and healthy. And so doing it from home is just so much easier. Then you can go to the gym if you
Excellent.
have to. So yeah.
That's great. That's great. Good advice. Good advice. And yeah, I'm doing a lot more stuff from home as well, and getting outside, walking and riding the bikes down, especially down here in Florida. We can do it all the time. So we're coming up to commercial break here, and as I mentioned in the introduction, I am a global ambassador for an international digital real estate company, and I'm teaching about finances and just providing education about what are the systems that are happening today,
Hmm.
um, that are going to be changed. They're already changing the world today, but most people don't know about it. And where is it going to be 3 to 5 to 10 years down the road? And we're in a situation where there's going to be a paradigm shift. It's already started. And this next commercial will tell you a little bit about, educating people on the possibilities of diversifying their portfolio in this new technological era where there is much more potential for growth faster than in traditional systems. So, with that, we'll be right back with Kenisha. Okay, we are back. So, I know that you offer some unique classes in your program. So, the first one I want to talk about is share a little about what new clients could expect from your butt and gut class.
Yes. So thank you so much for asking these questions. I feel like with all the content that I put out, I don't even think like I should express this. So thank you so much for this. Well, new clients can expect one, right, when it comes to the program, called Slim Thick Butt and Gut. I I I am a very, very honest person, right? So that is my fancy way of saying yes, come on in and get in shape because I find when I say weight loss or health, it's like a little intimidating. So I feel like the Slim Thick Butt and Gut is yes, come on in. You are going to get in the best shape possible and look great and feel good. But at the end of the day, we are going to put in work. You are going to become stronger, and you are not only become like more disciplined with food, but to actually really have an understanding of why you're not disciplined. Because I feel like discipline is great, but without stress management, the discipline is going out the window. And
Yeah,
so, what I love about my program is that when women come in, when men come in, men have a different program come in, but when women come in, I love to look at like why you're not accomplishing your eating goals, why you're not accomplishing your workout goals, and I love to mix your career because if someone is a mail carrier, if someone has to travel a lot, if someone is in TV and television, I have surgeons that are clients, people that are studying for really, really, really serious roles in life, and everyone's workout regimen can't be the same because it's based on schedule. And so for me, I like to have everyone, become stronger, but it's going to be based off of your career because that's what's going to stress you the most. Your family life, your career, that's what's going to stress you the most because we're growing in those areas. And so I like to mix my fitness training with your career and match it because that's what's going to be in the way. It's not
sure.
why you don't want to do it. Everybody wants to be in shape and eat healthier, but it's the oh man, I'm pushing so much at work, and so I need that donut. Like I really had to do 4 or 5 papers in the last 2 weeks. I need that slice of pizza. And pizza will in 5 or 6 papers, or pizza in a project coming up, or studying for another career, or looking for a raise or a higher position will absolutely win over doing those push-ups. But if we already know that you're a person that's high achieving or trying to become high achieving, we can mix all of that in so nothing has to suffer. And so that's what my program is about. It's about getting curves or building muscle and keeping it because we're mixing in your career and your stress level so that we already know what's going to be in the way and setting up pillars to have that conquered and ready so that you can do it for longevity because it's going to be different when you're at a certain age. It's going to be different when you have a new car payment. Everything that we
You got
add
that right.
to our life will affect how we treat ourselves. And so I like to just be on top of that by having you expect that and adding it in, adding your and when I say stress, I mean good stress too. I don't just mean bad stress. I mean the positive, the negative, adding that into health, adding that into you, not you adding yourself into that. We already come here
Yeah.
with a grand amount of time to conquer and lose because you can't conquer without losing. And then the losing is what gives us the drive to be better. And so we already know we're gonna have a great life and have some life with triumph as well. And so why not embrace that and add it in versus it letting it affect our health? So that's
Awesome.
all I like to add.
Awesome. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Great insight to that butt and gut class. You also offer meal plans that are out there, and there's so many meal plans that are out there.
Yes.
And what's good, what's medium, what's bad, what's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But share with our viewers what makes yours different from other ones, the other ones that are the common ones that are out there. I mean, right now we're dealing with SAD, Standard American Diet, which is not healthy at all.
Yes.
So it's all about the nutrition that you're feeding your body tempo. So go for it.
Yes. So once again, you're going to eat towards the career you have. You're going to eat towards the time you have or you don't have. And so my meal plans are based on meeting you where you're at. For a great example, right? Let's say if Jeff is a new client of mine, right? Before I even give Jeff a meal plan, not only does he have to answer a questionnaire, but I actually would ask you to send pictures of everything you're eating during the times you're eating, or you can text me and say, okay, I had this because that gives us a good standing point of where we need to go from versus me just giving everyone a generic meal plan. And so a lot of people think that when we're overweight or underweight, the underweight, let me save that for another one. But for the overweight, most people assume that people are overeating. And what I find now in today's time is that people are actually skipping. They're severely, severely under eating and they're severely malnourished because everyone is on the go. Everyone has a million things to do. And by the time I call it the eating after the kids meal, by the time you're stopping to eat, you're cooking whatever you made the kids. So if you make the kids nuggets and French fries, that's what you're eating, or you're not eating at all. And so I rarely get calls. People are like, I'm overeating. Most of the calls that I get from men or women are severely. They're eating less than children, 1 or 2 meals. And so I like to base my meal plans based off where you're at because a lot of times people are not able to stick with their meal plans because if you've only been eating 1 or 2 meals and then you need a lot of calories to actually lose weight. And so if you're only eating 1 or 2 times, 900 to 600, and then those calories are coming from foods that are not healthy, then it's kind of like a diseating order, the same as if someone was bulimic and you need to reintroduce eating. It's the same way. A lot of people cannot just slam a bunch of healthy calories on. They actually need to reprogram their mind. So depending on who you are, where you're at, that's why I love to see everyone eat for a certain amount of time before I even give you a meal plan so that I know exactly what you can handle and what you can't. And so that's what I prioritize so that we have longevity. So
that's what it's all about.
Exactly. We
the
might
longevity.
not. Exactly. And so a lot of times when women come in or men come in, I'm like, look, for the next 3 months, we're not looking for great results physically wise as far as in the mirror. We're looking for great results mentally first so we can get ready to get the physical to be able to handle everything that the mind's going to push it to do. So if you only ate 2 times or 1 time or we make the wins are meal prepping and eating clean or eating better for the next 4 or 5 weeks, which will give you the good starting point. And so that's what it's about. And then some people, yes, we can get right to it depending on what I see. Oh, everything is good. You just need help. We can get right to it. So a lot of a lot of us are starting off too fast, and we need to start slow, and some of
Yep.
us do need to start faster. So everyone's pace is different, and
Yep.
it depends on how much space you have,
Yes.
willpower. So that's what I base my meal plans off of.
Very good. Very good. So we're coming up on, we are on the 20 minutes here, and we're going to wrap up.
Yeah.
So for the viewers, look at the scroll bar down below. The interview here, you can reach out to Kenisha on her Facebook page
Yes.
as well as her website. And if there was one nugget, one piece of advice that you could provide one or more of our viewers out there, because some may relate, not just one, who are sick and tired of being sick and tired, looking for that glimmer of hope, because it's all about that hope, who want to improve their health, what would that be?
My one gym would be patience. Well, two gyms, patience and grace. I say patience because this is a lifelong journey. You
Yep.
will be working and reconstructing how to take care of yourself forever. Please be patient with yourself. Please be nice to yourself, because one, it's not your fault. We have some really, really clever marketing geniuses when it comes to our addictions to food and our addictions to succeeding. And, we're not taught in school, unfortunately, how to match our health with our goals. So
Yeah.
please be patient with trying to reprogram that, because it's not just about fitness, it's about balancing and not balancing, because a lot of times in life, you will not be balancing everything,
Right.
and being okay and patient.
Awesome. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's very, very true. And I had to learn that. But one of the biggest things that I learned in my journey back in 2018, coming off of 5 meds and losing 60 pounds and reducing stress, anxiety, and depression, that was at a 10 plus down to a level 1. And it's been that way ever since, was the fact that as you start feeding and treating your body temple the way that it's supposed to be treated and fed, it will respond quite rapidly. So, Kenisha, I want to thank you so much for taking the time today to come on and share your story and your wealth of information, because we need healthier people. And we need to educate them about what's really out there that will help them and get them healthier and better, and living a better lifestyle, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And to speak about financially, as I mentioned earlier, I am a global ambassador for a real estate, international real estate company that has an eclectic array of products and services. And this is something where we're in a new era, as I mentioned before, about owning, sharing, and growing. And this is something that is brand new. It's relatively new to most people out there because they've never heard of it. And I'm here to educate. So if you're interested in learning more about decentralization, real world assets, digital real estate ownership, the metaverse, and we just did a new IPO, which is an initial purchase offer announcement, because we are expanding very rapidly here in the United States. And we're encompassing all of the new technologies, real estate technology, financial technology, educational technologies, along with others that are coming into our eclectic ecosystem. So scan that QR code and sign up for one of the webinars that I host on a monthly basis. Or you can actually sign up for a personal one-on-one, because the times that I have slotted may not be conducive for your schedule because of work or other types of commitments. And again, I'm educating those who are looking for what's happening today that is going to change and impact the world over the next 3 to 5 to 10 years in the future, because there is a massive, massive shift when it comes to the financial world. And you don't want to miss out being one of those pioneers potentially with us, if it resonates. Obviously, yeah, if it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't resonate with you, great too. But you got nothing to lose about getting information, because that's what I did 19 months ago, and it's changed my life completely. I am no longer financially stressed. All right. And I'm confident that there is a product or service that we have to offer potentially for you. And as I go, it's true holistic true wealth is not is really about the balance and the harmony across all disciplines that I embrace and teach physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. And by embracing this holistic approach, that even Kenisha's talking about that physical and that nutritional approach, we can achieve a state of well being that is sustainable and fulfilling, leading us to live our lives the best that they can ever be. And lastly, it's all about embracing new ways to true wealth in the modern world. And I will see you all on the next show. Thanks so much, Kenisha. And
Thank you, Dr. Jeff. Thank you so much for
you're very welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Have a great rest of your day.
I was playing? Huh. I was playing? Huh.